I love you so much. I'll love you forever, only you. Oh. Wow.
Hey, you okay?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I had a pretty intense dream.
Did it have Spanish subtitles?
Look, Gwen, I thought we settled this last night. I love you, not Teresa. I want to be with you and only you, not Teresa.
Ethan, that's what you say, but...
Let me guess, you don't believe me, right?
Honey, we've had this discussion so many times, but Teresa always manages to creep back into our lives.
Not this time. Gwen, she's moved on. She's starting over with Jared.
Maybe. But, have you moved on?
Look, would I have agreed to represent Julian in a custody suit against Teresa if I was still pining away for her? You saw how mad she got at me at the mansion when I started defending Julian's rights as little Ethan's father, right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Okay. Well, then there you go. There you go. You have no reason to worry. I'm gonna shower and shave. You should snooze.
Well, for once, it's not Teresa I'm worried about, Ethan. It's you. Can you really let her go?
That's correct. I want hourly updates on my mother's medical condition. And since the Crane Foundation funds much of Harmony Hospital's budget, that shouldn't be a problem. Thank you.
Hey, Tess. What's your message? Everything all right?
Jared, it all depends on you.
Uh-oh.
Want you to sit down, have some coffee if you'd like. There's something that I need to discuss with you.
Why do I feel like I'm going to be fired? Of course, can't fire me because I don't work here.
I'm hoping you will.
I will what?
Work here at Crane with me. I'm offering you the executive position that you interviewed for.
Oh.
Did you take another job?
No, I just, well, I don't want you to give me the position just because I'm, dating the boss.
Oh, no. No, that's not why I'm offering you this position. I think that you've got the knowledge and expertise that I'm looking for, as well as the loyalty you showed me when you helped me defend my rights as little Ethan's mother in front of Julian and Ethan last night. Bottom line, I think that you'd be a strong asset to me and to Crane Industries. So if you're still interested, the job is yours.
The role of Chris Booth is temporarily being played by Marsh Mokhtari.
I love making love to you in the morning.
I love it too. And I love you.
Something the matter?
I was just thinking about everything that happened last night. The mansion getting robbed, Pilar getting shot. All on the heels of you getting shot right outside the cottage.
Sheridan, I'm fine. And Pilar will be too.
I just can't understand how the burglar got a hold of my family's alarm code.
Well, it must be like you said. Rebecca got it from Julian, and then she gave it to one of her escorts.
Yeah, I guess so. At least Luis is on the case. If anyone can find out who robbed the mansion and shot Pilar, it's Luis. And he won't rest until whoever hurt his mother pays, and pays dearly. That goes for anyone who's ever helped the guilty party.
I'm gonna shower and shave.
I'll start breakfast.
Now, let's go out for breakfast this morning. My treat.
Really? I would love to.
Well, great. Oh, my. You are ravenous this morning, eh? Luckily, I can't get enough of you either.
I want you to hold that thought till later. I just want you to know how grateful I am and how blessed I feel to have you and James in my life. After the mansion being robbed and Pilar being shot, I know I can feel safe and sound with you. I can trust you with my life.
Well, you know, I'm hardly a knight in shining armor.
But you are to me. You're the one man who will never hurt or disappoint me. All the other men in my life have let me down. Even Luis.
Fancy?
Chief Bennett. Good morning, sir.
Sam will do for now.
How's my mother feeling?
Better. Although hearing Pilar was shot really shook her up.
Yeah, I can imagine. And Pilar worked for my mother before she worked for my family.
Were you at the fair when Luis got the call?
Yes. Luis was beside himself. We all were. I still can't understand how someone got my family's private alarm code to get into the mansion and rob it, and the worst part is, Pilar just happened to be there when it happened.
Where's Luis?
I haven't seen him yet. He must have stopped by the hospital to see Pilar on his way in. And maybe she remembered something about who shot her.
Well, maybe. But even if she doesn't, Luis will not rest until he finds the culprit.
Got that right?
Nothing new in your mom?
I don't give a damn who the hell did this. But when I find him, I'm gonna deal with him myself, my way.
Breathe in, breathe out. You keep me alive. You are my passion for life.
You know, I'm so proud of you, Sheridan. You were amazing to watch.
Luis is a good teacher.
Yeah, I could see that. The way Fancy and he moved in sync together. I would never have guessed that that was Fancy's first time doing the tango last night. Well, they really had chemistry together. I mean, you could feel it with every move and every look.
My muffin's a little gooey. How's yours?
That's fine. You want something else?
Oh, no, I've had my fill for now, thanks.
So what do you want to do today?
Well, now's as good a time as any to tell you. I've been thinking about what to do ever since I lost Marty and our baby. I want to have a purpose. I want to get involved in something outside the home. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love being your wife, and I love being a mother to James. But he's going to be in preschool soon, and I don't want to spend my days filling my days. I want to work.
What, as in get a job?
Not just any job. One at Crane.
So good for you. So what would you do at Crane?
Well, since Fancy left her job to train to be a cop, I thought I'd talk to Teresa about taking over Fancy's job in fashion design. I was on the best dress list every single year I lived in Europe. I mean, when I came back to Harmony for what was supposed to be a quiet life, I got away from all of that, but fashion's in my blood, so...
Why not make it a career?
Exactly.
I think it sounds perfect.
And since Teresa opened a daycare center at the Crane complex, I can have James at the office with me.
This is just all too perfect.
So I have your blessing?
Go knock it out of the park.
Thank you, sweetheart.
Oh, you... You know, great minds, they must think alike, because I've been thinking about it for a while as well.
Really?
Getting back into the workforce.
Wow, really?
I wanted to get James settled in after Maureen's death. And thanks in large part to you, my son is doing better than I dared to hope.
Yeah, and the Rugrat's not even your son.
So, it's about time that I go ahead and get an accounting job.
Are you allowed to work in accounting again after your involvement in the mob and being in the witness protection program?
Well, yeah, as long as I fly right, which I swear I will do.
I know. Why don't you work at Crane? I'm sure if I ask, Teresa will hire you.
Luis, do I need to remind you about keeping a cool head? You can't use your position on the force to play vigilante. I mean, even talking about getting revenge on the person who shot your mom could compromise your bid to make detective again. Or, of course, put this department in a bad position. Now, I don't want to take you off this case, but I will.
Don't take me off of the case, all right? I'm just angry, okay?
Luis, I understand where you're coming from. I mean, Spike drugged Jessica, turned her into a hooker. Now, I didn't want to go to prison for killing him. So I'm just going to bide my time and let him do himself in.
Well, maybe he already has. Spike's still my #1 suspect for shooting my mom and robbing the mansion.
Well, nothing surprises me about Spike. I was going to talk to Jessica about what she knew, but after I read your report, it seems that Spike has an alibi, and a pretty strong one at that.
After you read my report, I haven't even written my report yet.
It's right here.
I'd better go get ready for class. Is there a problem, officer?
Is there a problem? Yeah, I think there is a problem. You wrote this report, didn't you?
So you're offering me the executive position I interviewed for?
That is correct. This will be your starting salary, plus stock options, full health insurance, and a complete benefits package.
Well, it's more than I thought it would be.
Well, I reviewed your resume. You didn't tell me that you graduated from law school and you passed the bar with flying colors.
Yeah, and I have my MBA. I'm a double threat, you know. It's common nowadays. You have to know the law inside out to really get ahead in the marketplace.
Oh?
Well, if I do take the job, I would have to insist on a 6-month review, at which point in time I'd like my stock option to be doubled.
Doubled?
Well, you'll see my contributions to the company will more than justify it. And if not, just fire me. Easy as that.
Well, you certainly aren't shy about asking for more.
Well, you want the best, gotta pay for it.
You're hired.
Thank you, Mrs. Crane.
Well, thank you, Mr. Casey. I think we will work very well together.
Well, so do I.
Okay, why don't you just sign your life away, and I'm just gonna make some notes.
Happy to. This IRS form has Ethan's name on it.
Oh. That must have been left in by mistake.
What, did you offer the job to Ethan before?
I did, and obviously he turned it down.
Why?
He had his reasons, Jared.
Are you one of them?
Excuse me?
Look, I know you were in love with Ethan for years. And now you and I are dating and working together.
So what does one thing have to do with the other?
Well, you tell me, Mrs. Crane. Are you trying to get me to fill Ethan's spot here in the workplace and out in the real world?
I hate that this happened to you. You've got to be all right. Please be all right.
Ethan.
Oh, Pilar. I didn't mean to wake you. I'm sorry. Don't talk. Just go to sleep.
Ethan. I'll rest later. After we talk.
Pilar, you need to rest. Don't exert yourself, okay? Just.
Aish, please. I should have said something before now, when I may not have much time.
Don't even say that. Listen to me, you're gonna be fine.
Please. It's okay, just let me.
Okay.
Let me say what I need to say.
Okay.
You've said that I've always been like a second mother to you, right?
That's right. I love you very, very much.
give you the same advice I gave my son, Miguel. Which, don't let anybody stand in the way of your happiness. Okay? Leave Gwen. You belong with little Ethan and Jane and Teresa. They're your family, Ethan. Not Gwen. Okay? They're your family.
You are my passion for life.
Just think. If you work at Crane, the three of us can go in together every day. We can drop James off at daycare, and we can take turns visiting him during the day.
You know, I appreciate the offer, but I just don't feel comfortable taking a job at the company. I want our marriage and our jobs to be separate.
Why?
Because I want to be an independent man. Independent of Crane's family money. Independent of yours and of the company's. I mean, can you understand that?
Chris, wow, I mean, not only do I understand, I love you even more for it.
You do?
Yes. All my life, men have used me for my money. I mean, Luis and Antonio weren't like that, and I know you're not either, but refusing to let me help you makes me have so much more respect for you and see what a wonderful man you are.
That is an idiot. Let a golden opportunity like Sheridan pass him by.
Hey, guys.
Hey.
Hey, sweetheart. Chris, hi. I'm surprised to see you guys here.
Chris was just treating me to breakfast.
Yeah, Gwen, please join us.
Well, thank you.
I'm getting a text message. Damn.
Something the matter with James?
No, just a headhunter trying to get in touch with me. Excuse me for a moment.
You look tired. Didn't you sleep well?
No, I did not, and neither did Ethan.
Yeah, last night was intense with Pilar being shot and the mansion being robbed.
Yeah, but it's more than that. You know, it's Teresa.
I thought Teresa was letting go, moving on, giving up on Ethan for good.
Well, in some ways she is.
Then what's the problem?
It's Ethan. I'm not sure if he can let her go.
You need to be with Teresa.
I'm married to...
Please,
married
just
to...
please, hear me out in case.
I'm listening to you.
Okay. Jane is your daughter. With Teresa and little Ethan is your son.
My son. My son.
I mean he's like a son to you. You're the only real father that boy's ever known.
Pilar, I love that little guy so much.
And I know you still love Teresa. So be with her, Ethan.
I love Gwen. I do. And Teresa, your daughter has moved on with Jared.
Leave Gwen. And Teresa will leave Jared to come back to you. Belong together. You and Teresa belong together.
Please, please, just
Please.
rest.
Just promise me. Promise me that you'll think about what I've said. Please.
I promise I will, but
Please, Ethan. You know, in your heart, that I'm right. You belong with Teresa. Go be a family with her, please. Please. Please, Ethan. Holy Mother. I know that urging a married man to forsake his wife is a sin. But Ethan belongs with my Teresa and his 2 children. He belongs with Teresa.
I don't want you to think of yourself as an Ethan knockoff, Jared. You are you, and that is more than fine with me.
Yeah,
I know, you and Ethan go way back.
And now it's time for me to move on. And I'm trying to put my past with Ethan behind me. I'm trying to start living a life that doesn't include the emotional chaos that loving him caused me, us, and everyone else. Now, focusing on this company and starting to date again, that's part of moving on. And Jared, people aren't interchangeable. I could never replace you, Ethan, or my mother with other people, even if I tried.
I believe you.
Good. You know, I'm glad you asked. Because we've already had enough drama about me being Mrs. Crane. And I don't want you to feel like I'm playing you for a second time. Excuse me. Yes? Okay, just give me a couple of minutes, please, and then put the call through. Thanks. Okay, Jared, you ready? I know it's short notice, but I need you to familiarize yourself with Das Fitzen Mueller right here. I need you to understand everything that's going to be said on that call in order for me to close this deal. You got it?
Talk about taking the plunge.
Can you handle it?
No sweat.
Yes, I wrote the report for you, Luis.
Why? Huh? What are you trying to do?
I was trying to help you. Your mother's in the hospital after being shot during a burglary at my family's home. And I knew you'd want to see her this morning. And since I was with you at the start of your investigation and I knew you wouldn't have time to do the report, I did it myself.
Yeah, but you've never written a police report before. This has to go to the court, which means it has to be thorough, unbiased, and accurate.
Luis, it was a well-written report. Very thorough, in fact.
Thank you, Chief Bennett.
Don't coddle her, Chief.
I'm not. I'm just saying that it was a very good report.
Thanks.
That's it?
Thanks a lot. I appreciate it. But don't ever do it again without asking me.
But you said to be a good cop, that means to take the initiative.
She's got you there, Luis.
Yeah, but you're not a cop yet. You're just a cadet in training, which means that you defer to me.
Like my servants at home defer to me.
Exactly.
Yes, sir.
Unbelievable.
What?
You two.
You two, what are you talking
You
about?
know exactly what I'm talking about. You just don't want to admit it.
Yeah, what about the case?
Yeah, the case. I would love to pin this on Spike, but unfortunately he has an alibi, so it looks like we're gonna have to find another suspect.
Not necessarily.
Chris stated that he saw Spike at the fair the same time your mom was shot.
Yeah, that's assuming that you believe Chris. I don't.
Well, why not? I mean, do you know something about Sheridan's husband that the rest of us don't?
Herr Mueller, your marketing department could increase revenue close to 75% by merging with Crane Industries.
Nein, das glaube ich nicht, Frau Crane.
I'm sorry, I don't speak German.
Oh, I said that I doubt that our revenues would increase by as much as you say. When Volksdeutschland quoted us, they were loath to promise a 20% increase.
Well, you have to look at our prospectus. I mean, Crane's past performance speaks for itself.
I'd have to agree with Herr Mueller on this. 75% increase sounds like a ridiculous amount, so don't you agree?
Jawohl.
What is Jared doing?
Well, that's what I thought at first, Herr Mueller. But then I had realized that every business that merged with Crane saw at least an 85% increase in revenue.
Wunderbar.
Just think what Crane Industries could do with Das Fitzenmuller.
Why would you think Ethan can't let go of Teresa?
Because it bothers him so much to see her moving on with Jared.
He didn't actually say that, did he?
No. I mean, he denies having feelings for her, but I know better. You know, he says he loves me and that he chooses me, but the way he looks at her, Sheridan, I mean, it's so obvious he's still in love with her. So I told him he needed to make a choice. You know, if he wants to be with Teresa, then he should be with Teresa, because I don't want to be married to a man who's in love with another woman.
But he chose you.
You know, he always does. And I don't know if it's out of obligation or if it's because he really does love me and wants to be with me more than he wants to be with Teresa.
I'm sorry you're going through this.
I so want to believe that Ethan's with me because I have his heart. But at this point, I'm just really afraid that part of his heart's still with Teresa. You know, enough about me. You and Chris seem to be doing great.
He's wonderful. Oh, we both decided we want to work like you and Ethan do. I'm going to speak to Teresa about taking over Fancy's job at Crane.
That sounds perfect.
Yes. And I offered to get Chris a job in Crane Accounting, but he turned me down. He said he wants to be his own man. He doesn't want my help or my money.
Oh, honey, that's a relief.
It is. I can completely trust Chris. He has no agenda, no secrets, no connection to my father at all. I mean, Chris is exactly who he says he is.
I don't want to risk being seen with you, Spike. Our business is over, so leave me alone.
That's a no can do there, buddy.
You've already caused enough problems.
What's the big deal? You gave me an alibi, so now I'm in the clear.
Yeah, for now. You almost killed Pilar with that shot.
So? She didn't die. I guess it must be all the praying that I hear she does.
Damn it, Spike. No one was supposed to get hurt.
What was I supposed to do, huh? Let Pilar call the cops on me?
Oh, so you go and shoot her? I mean, that's a smart move.
Hey, man, Mamacita didn't see my face and it got me the hell out of there. Besides, Deputy Lofitz ain't got nothing on me. Thanks to you giving me that alibi.
Sam and Luis are watching you. They know you're dirty. They're just waiting for you to muck up.
Yeah, really? Well, let them wait. Because I ain't gonna be getting my hands dirty anytime soon.
And what's that supposed to mean?
You'll see.
What do you know about the dead Johns that Luis is investigating?
That's none of your business.
You know, I don't even want to know. Just get the hell out of my life.
There's another no can do there, Booth. See, our partnership isn't over yet. Hell no, man, it's just getting started.
Well, do you have any evidence that Chris is not on the up and up?
Evidence? No, I don't have any evidence, okay? I've got a bad vibe that something's not right with him.
Well, normally I would trust your vibe. But I can't help but wonder if something more isn't going on.
Like what?
Wow, would you be this suspicious of Chris if he wasn't Sheridan's husband?
And thank you, Herr Mueller. We look forward to a long and profitable relationship with Das Fitzenmuller. Yes! We did it! One of Germany's largest companies is now part of Crane.
Well, congratulations, Frau Crane.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Casey. I mean, Herr Casey. I could not have done it without you. Oh, thank you.
Well, you know, I'm just trying to earn my keep.
Oh, you're doing more than that. I still don't even know how you did it, though, you know? I mean, how did you know the increased sales figures from all the other companies that merged with Crane? I mean, none of that was in the file that I gave you.
I studied up on Crane before the interview. You know, I wanted to be prepared, so...
Well, what can I say? You're amazing. I mean, you answered all of Mueller's concerns without missing a beat.
Yeah.
My advice is to give the situation with Ethan some time.
Hey, but why? You know, every time things come to a head and Ethan, you know, chooses me over Teresa, I sit back, I wait for him to prove he means it by distancing himself from her, but Teresa always finds a way to draw him back in.
But that was before Teresa decided to move on. Yeah, so now it's a case of Ethan wanting what he can't have? Teresa just started dating Jared. Ethan probably needs a little time to let it sink in, just like Luis did when he learned I was dating Chris.
I gave you the Crane family's alarm code. What more do you want?
Well, since you're asking, I just overheard your super rich wife offer you a job in accounting to Crane Industries.
Yeah, well, you would have heard me turn it down.
Wrong answer. So you're gonna tell your little wifey poo that you are gonna take the job so you can be close to her and that little brat all day.
Absolutely not.
And then once you get in there, you're gonna use your position to funnel millions of dollars from Crane into the bank of Spike.
I said I won't do it. I've already given you the code for the mansion's alarm system and a phony alibi. I'm not doing any more for you.
Not unless you want your arrangement with Alistair to marry Cher kept a secret.
You're not gonna blackmail me anymore.
But I am. And you know that as well as I do.
You think that I'm suspicious of Chris because he's married to Sheridan? No. Okay, there's a lot more than that.
Chris saved your life in Hawaii.
Yeah, I know that, okay? I used to think that he was a good guy.
Well, what changed your mind?
Lots of little things. One time I was talking to Sheridan on the phone. Chris was eavesdropping. When Sheridan hung up, he stayed on the line. He said, "Sheridan is mine now, okay?" I'm sorry, but good guys, they don't just say stuff like that, okay?
I hope you're wrong. Anyway, I read your report about the attack. Jessica, you know what? I'm so happy that you and Fancy got there when you did.
Well, Simone and Paloma deserve the credit. They did an amazing job of protecting Jessica as long as they did.
I'm surprised by what you wrote about Fancy.
Well, I thought she did a good job.
You think Fancy will make a good cop?
I don't know. Being a cop isn't just a job. It's a way of life.
Is it ever?
Well, we made the sacrifices. I'm just not sure that Fancy can make those sacrifices or even should.
It's a tough call. Don't get me wrong, I love what I do, and I couldn't see myself doing anything else. But I have to wonder if working those long hours took a toll on my marriage to Grace. If maybe that's why she left me and the kids to be with David.
I'm still not sure that you can actually be a cop, be totally committed to the job, and have a relationship.
You'll see it's possible, Luis. I'm gonna show you firsthand.
I'm not sure you can be a cop and have a relationship.
You can if the right person comes along.
This was just faxed to you, Luis. It's marked urgent.
It's a ballistics report for my mother's shooting. Well, I should have known.
What?
Bullet that was used to shoot my mother matches a bullet that was used in a Harmony nightclub shooting, a nightclub that Spike owns.
Wait, how is that possible? Spike has an alibi. Chris said he saw him at the fair at the time your mother was shot.
Here's another interesting match. The bullet from the gun used to shoot Mama matches the one that hit Chris.
Isn't that just coincidence?
I don't think so. Maybe Chris is the one that needs an alibi and not Spike. There's something going on here. I'm gonna find out what it is.
Now, you better get used to being under my thumb for as long as I want. Maybe even forever. Now, let's get back to Sheridan, shall we? You're gonna tell her that you changed your mind and you want the job in the accounting department. And once you're in there, I trust you to embezzle millions of dollars for little old me.
I said I won't do it.
Really? Boy, we'll have it your way. I guess I'll go join Sharon for a cup of Joe and tell her all about you in Chicago.
Wait, you know about that?
I told you I read Alistair's file on you, my brother. I know everything. What do you know? Looks like Sheridan's free just in time for our little chat.
I wonder where Chris disappeared to. Chris? Chris?
Looks like I won't have to go to Sharon after all. She's coming straight to me. Man, I can't wait to see the look on her face when she finds out what a bad boy her lying father of a husband's been.
Probably shouldn't do this in the office here, you know. Don't want the boss lady to catch us, you know how she can be.
Oh, do I ever?
Well, I could kiss you all day, but I have work to do.
Right. Okay. Well, why don't you have a legal review this agreement before I sign it, please?
I will do that. Then off to Europe it goes.
Jared, your office should be ready. So just look for your name on the door.
Well, thank you, Mrs. Craig.
All right, Whit, come on, gotta answer. Whit, hi, it's me. I'm sorry, I'm just gonna go ahead and leave you this message anyway. You were right. I mean, I offered the job to Jared, and he accepted it. So, he's amazing, Whitney. He really, really is. I think working with him is gonna be like a dream come true. As for what happens outside the office, well, who knows? But I don't know. I think I'm starting to fall for him, Whitney. Big time. I think Jared Casey's the guy I want to spend the rest of my life with.
Ready? Aim, fire!
Sunday, August 27th. It's